Brothers, and cover your heads, sisters, cover your heads as we face Jerusalem in prayer. We're going to open it for Q&A.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done in earth,
thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
amen.
amen. All right, floor is open for any questions pertaining to the lesson or any questions you had from during the week, or just any questions.
So I do have a question about the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I just want to know, was it sin for David to not execute judgment against Amnon? Like, he heard what happened,
Mhm.
just sat, it seemed like he just sat on it, didn't say anything one way or another, didn't condemn it, so, and then you read to us the law, all the things that should have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So was it sin for him to not take any action?
Swift action, you mean?
Swift action, sure.
Let's go to Ecclesiastes and see, because we did kind of read something from Ecclesiastes, right?
Right. Seemed like he wasn't gonna do anything, maybe. I guess he had the same attitude toward Absalom as well, maybe.
Well, that is his children,
Right.
you know. And some might even say the same about God, like why God hasn't killed Satan yet. You know, like,
Right.
you know.
I be getting my judgments though. I be feeling like I get my
But
judgments.
sometimes it'd be the consequence of your actions, you know, not that
Not
that God is judging you. It's just that's the consequence of what you did.
of what you did. That's true.
You know, like if I ran the red light, it's not judgment.
That
It's
you get a ticket.
yeah,
Right.
you know, that's the consequence. It's a ticket. Ecclesiastes chapter 8. Because we did read that in the lesson, right?
Right.
And Solomon over here writes, are you there? 8
Yeah.
and pick it up at verse 11.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right, so it was because he didn't execute the judgment fast enough, and that could be looked at two ways, right? Because you're not punished for your sin, now you continue in you continue in sin, you know. But it says because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the Son of Men are fully set in them to do evil, and that's what happened with Absalom. You know, it's not that David wasn't going to judge Amnon. It's just he didn't do it speedily. You know. Give me 12. Continue.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times,
Mm-hmm.
and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God.
Right. So even if his days was prolonged, David gave him 2 years, right, without executing judgment upon him. You know, Solomon here says, "Yet I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him." Right. But what it says 13.
But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God.
Because he don't fear before God, right? Amnon or Absalom, neither one of them feared before God. You know? Give me a second.
It wasn't that it was David and Peter, it was David was fear God.
Hmm?
I said, how they don't fear God when their father fear God a whole lot.
You don't know how your son is going to turn out. You know, you have it, and it actually says that. You know, you don't know. Solomon says that, I believe, in Ecclesiastes somewhere. Let me find it for you. Ecclesiastes 2. And 18. See, sis, we don't know it all. I'm using my phone to find. I know the words. I know it says it. I know it's in Ecclesiastes. But as far as chapter and verse, I get a little help sometimes from the Bible app. You know, it might seem like we know it all, but we don't. We know it. We just know, and we barely scratch the surface. Pick it up at verse 18.
Yea, I hated all my labor which I.
No. Pick it up at verse 14.
The wise man's eyes are in his head,
Mm-hmm.
but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceived also that the one event happeneth to all them, to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happeneth even to me.
Mm-hmm.
And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that this is also vanity. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. Seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man as the fool? Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me.
Mm-hmm.
For all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun,
Mm-hmm.
because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me.
And pay attention to 19, because he's gonna show you, like, all that labor he did, he doesn't even know how his son is gonna turn out, because his son turned out to be a fool, Rehoboam. Right? Instead of making the people's lives a little easier, he said, I'm gonna be worse than my father. I forgot what he says. He said, my little finger will be bigger than my father's, private parts. Pretty much. Right? Go ahead.
And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool?
Mm-hmm.
Yet shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored, and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity.
Yeah, and you can see that through the kings, through the kings. If you go read the Chronicles, you can see that one son was good, the next son that comes, the next king that comes, did evil in the sight of the Lord. Right? You see Hezekiah was good, did good in the sight of the Lord. His son Manasseh comes, wicked. Right? Then his son after Manasseh comes again, Ammon comes, more wicked than his father. Then Josiah comes, changes. So you don't know how your kid is going to turn out. You could teach them, but how are they going to turn out? That's. Said this also is vanity. There might be one in the Proverbs as well. Let me just make sure that it's. Let me find it first. Give me a second. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. But sis, was that good for you, Sister Jessica?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You need some more on that?
No, I don't think so. You just should have waited.
Huh?
No, I was just saying, you just should have waited, I guess, for Amnon to get his judgment.
Yeah. You know, should have waited for the proper procedure.
Right.
He should have brought his complaint to the king,
To the king.
and the king and the priest would have dealt with that.
Right.
They would have gave him the proper judgment according to the law. You know, it's the same thing. That's why he says, judges and officers he shall set in the land. Let me find it. Right, Deuteronomy 1 and 18 and 16.
One and 18.
No, 1 and 16. No, it's not. No, this is not it. Give me a second. I'll find it. Deuteronomy 60. Deuteronomy 16 and 18.
Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates, which the
Mhm.
Lord thy God giveth thee, throughout thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment. Thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous.
Right, so that's what we were supposed to have. And who was the judge at that time? David was the judge. Right? He also had judges under him, his sons, but he was the judge. He was the chief judge. You know? You can read down 20.
That which is altogether just shalt thou follow,
Mm-hmm.
that thou mayest live, and inherit the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not plant thee.
No, that's it. That goes into something else. Right? And you can also find it in Exodus. Right? Because Jethro gives David counsel. Not David. Moses counsel, like, you know, because that's why David had other judges. Because imagine David is the only judge in the land. Let's see how that would look. Like, that would weary him, right? Just like they told just like Jethro told Moses, what you're doing it's not good. Like, both you're gonna destroy yourself and these people. 18 and 21.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them, to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds.
Now start from 17. We just went right in. Let's read into it a little bit so they get a little context.
And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
Right, and even in Jesus' kingdom, you see Jesus have what? Judges, officers set up. Because everybody's coming to that one person. You know? Like, you know how long that line's gonna be? Then this person like, oh, I never got to see the judge. Like, you know? Go ahead.
Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them, to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens.
Right, and we read in the lesson that David made his sons chief rulers of the land. You know? So they were the chief rulers of the land. They were like the judges of the land. So even if he couldn't take it to David, he could have took it to one of his brothers. And if that was too high for one of the brothers, then they would have to take it to even a higher judge, David. Right? Which Jethro gonna give him a little advice here about that as well. Go ahead.
And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be, that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
Mm-hmm.
If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee also, if thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
Yeah, you see? So this is why he set it up that way, you know? So there was a way for him to get the proper judgment, you know? Yeah. But as far as like David not executing the judgment speedily, you know, that was just Absalom not taking the proper procedures. Instead of waiting, he plotted to kill his brother. You need some more on that? I might be able to find something closer to that for you. Let me see. Let's go to Deuteronomy 25. Let's look at something here. Let's see if we could find anything from that. Deuteronomy 25. Let's see. Read from verse 1.
If there be a controversy between men, and they are come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous, and condemn the wicked. And it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down, and to be beaten before his face, according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him, and not exceed, lest, if he should exceed, and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should seem vile unto thee. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox.
No, that's it. That's it. That one really can't be used for David here. Because he was upset about the whole situation.
Right.
He was comforted also when Absalom killed Amnon. You know?
Was.
'Cause I could imagine it being a difficult thing to have to put your son to death.
Right.
Although Saul didn't waste no time, right?
Right.
He was ready to kill Jonathan for eating that honey. I mean, maybe we should, you want to look at that one? Yeah. Samuel, right? Second Samuel, 1 Samuel 14 and 24.
And the men of Israel were distressed that day, for Saul had adjured the people, saying, Cursed be the man that eateth any food until the evening, that I may be avenged on mine enemies. So none of the people tasted any food. And all they of the land came to a wood, and there was honey upon the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And when the people were come into the wood, behold, the honey dropped. But no man put his hand to his mouth, for the people feared the oath.
All right, so over here they made an oath, right? But Jonathan wasn't there during the oath. But we're going to see that Saul is ready to pass judgment and kill his own son. Like, he seemed kind of eager, you know, to do this, but not eager to serve the Lord, like, you know, and do what the God asked him to do. Go ahead.
But Jonathan heard not when his father charged the people with the oath. Wherefore he put forth the end of the rod that was in his hand, and dipped it in an honeycomb, and put his hand to his mouth, and his eyes were enlightened. Then answered one of the people, and said, Thy father straitly charged the people with an oath, saying, Cursed be the man that eateth any food this day. And the people were faint.
Right? So Jonathan was pretty much cursed right here, but we're going to see the people deliver him out of this judgment of being put to death. Go ahead.
Then said Jonathan, My father hath troubled the land. See, I pray you, how mine eyes have been enlightened, because I tasted a little of this honey. How much more, if happily the people had eaten freely today of the spoil of their enemies which they found. For there had not been now a much greater slaughter among the Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
And they smote the Philistines that day from Michmash to Ajalon, or Ajalon.
Yeah, Ajalon.
And the people were very faint. And the people flew upon the spoil, and took sheep and oxen and calves, and slew them on the ground. And the people did eat them with the blood.
All right, so over here they're eating blood. They didn't even bother to cook it. That's how, because they've been fighting all day, and you tell them they can't eat. So they're like, we don't have no time to cook this. They started eating it raw. Right? Go ahead.
Then they told Saul, saying, Behold, the people sin against the Lord, and that they eat with the blood. And he said, Ye have transgressed. Roll a great stone unto me this day. And Saul said, Disperse yourselves among the people, and say unto them, Bring me hither every man his ox, and every man his sheep, and slay them here, and eat, and sin not against the Lord in eating with the blood. And all the people brought every man his ox with him that night, and slew them there. And Saul built an altar unto the Lord. The same was the
Skip
first.
to verse 39. 38.
And Saul said, Draw ye near hither, and all the chief of the people, and know, and see wherein this sin hath been this day. For as the Lord liveth, which saveth Israel, though it be in Jonathan my son, he shall surely die. But there was not a man among all the people that answered him.
Mm-hmm.
Then said he unto all Israel, Be ye on one side, and I and Jonathan my son will be on the other side. And the people said unto Saul, do what seemeth good unto thee. Therefore Saul said unto the Lord God of Israel, Give a perfect lot. And Saul and Jonathan were taken, but the people escaped. And Saul said, Cast lots between me and Jonathan my son. And Jonathan was taken.
All right, so they cast lots to see who was going to be put to death. Right? Go ahead.
Then Saul said to Jonathan, Tell me what thou hast done. And Jonathan told him, and said, I did but taste a little honey with the end of the rod that was in mine hand, and lo, I must die. And Saul answered, God do so and more also, for thou shalt surely die, Jonathan.
Yeah, he was ready to kill his son, right? Executing the judgment speedily. You know? So over here you see between the two, but God never condemned David for not, executing the judgment speedily, Sometimes you gotta have mercy, right?
Yes.
You gotta have mercy sometimes, right? That's because it's a sentence for evil work is not executed speedily doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
Right.
Like look how long it took that day to prosecute that pastor. He now getting this sentence.
Right.
Any more questions
What was her question?
about was it like a sin that David didn't judge Amnon right away?
I would say at all.
Well,
But you say right away.
well, it would be right. It would be because doesn't mean that he wasn't going to judge him. He
Right.
just the Bible. Absalom never gave it time for him to even get judged.
Okay.
We don't know. Maybe he would have did it in 3 years. Because remember, Amnon was supposed to be the next king.
Right.
He was in line to be king. But God is making way for who he was choosing, which was Solomon.
Right. I thought it maybe had to do with David's judgment after he had this whole thing with Bathsheba.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe that was part of that whole situation was just part of his.
Being passive because of that judgment.
Or not just being passive, but just Amnon and Absalom, because it said the sword would not leave from his house or something like that. So I
Yeah.
thought maybe that was that prophecy coming to pass, that was just part of it maybe. That's what I thought. Because it just seemed like, because I think about me as a parent, would I withhold judgment for 2 or 3 years for something that's clearly written out in black and white, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But then I'm like, maybe I can take my time. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I shouldn't be in a rush. Maybe I should take my time and.
Sometimes you got to think about the judgment. Like even when Israel sinned,
Right.
God tell Moses like, leave me alone,
Right.
so I could think of what I'm gonna do to them. Like you don't want to move too rashly either,
Right. Right.
like too fast. And
It wasn't to do something that's right.
yeah,
Right.
Okay, if you don't make the first, you don't make the first resurrection. You know how we say the line of judgment.
Mhm.
Is there? We can't read if there's a line, right? Or is it just you wake up when it's your turn to be judged? We don't know that either. We just know when there's going to be a judgment,
Mhm.
right?
That if it's a line, an
Meaning,
actual
like,
line.
If you don't make the first cut, so in my head I see.
You know, I
there's a
actually
line,
had that
there's a
same
line,
question in
there's
my
a
head the
line.
other day.
But is it really just gonna be you wake up and then you're being judged? You wake up
Mhm.
like you're sleeping. You don't know anything when you sleep. The next time you wake up is when you see, and then you're being judged.
You're standing, the books
Does
will
that
be open.
sound more of like
Yeah.
real than just a line of people waiting to be judged?
Well,
We don't have
there
to-
is no time.
Okay. There is no right. There's
There is no
anymore.
time.
Okay. So
Absence of time. So how do we even know?
we don't even know.
You don't even know.
But just be prepared if you don't make the first cut to be judged. Though.
But it doesn't mean you go into the lake of fire if you wake
Yeah,
up
no,
in
no.
the
That's not
second
my question.
resurrection.
Is like, we I'll speak for myself. I've always envisioned a line of trillions of people.
hmm Yeah, I know, because
The
that's what we
existence
see
of
in the
every man's
movies
an
and
atom.
stuff.
Right.
And it's like
And then you're
it's
in a
seared in your
line.
mind.
And now I just thought of what you said. There's no idea of time.
There is no time. That's great.
Right.
So I can't even. I don't even know what to. So now I'm like, maybe we just wake up from sleep if we don't make the first cut.
Mm-hmm.
Either or, you wake up from sleep and boom, new body, or you wake up from sleep and
hmm
oh shoot, judgment. You know what I mean? Either
Yeah.
it's one or the other. You know. So you have to get judged if you don't get the instant new instant God body.
Yeah.
So, and we could read about second and first, but my question is just more like, I guess, do we know if there's a line, or do we know if we wake up and?
So let's
do
go read it.
something? Yeah.
Let's go read Revelation chapter 20. All right, so we'll start from verse 1, because he's gonna lock up Satan to wake up the dead, right? For the first resurrection, and then we'll jump into the second resurrection. Go ahead. 20 and verse 1.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand.
Right, so who gave him that key? Remember, Jesus took that key, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Satan had power over death. Jesus beat death. So now he has the keys for death. Right?
Right.
And what they did.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent,
Mm-hmm.
which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
And that's how you go in a strong man house and take his goods. Right? You go in there, you bound him, put him on side, and you say, all right, come on, y'all can get out. Right? And that's what he does in the first resurrection. He bounds Satan, then he goes and gets his people out of death. Right? Go ahead.
And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him,
Mm-hmm.
that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads, or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
So all these souls right there, Jesus is like, come out. You my first fruits. You know? You my first fruits from the dead. Right? But he doesn't take everybody out of there. He leaves the rest there. So I'll come back for you guys later after that 1,000 years. But those that kept his commandments gonna reign with him for that 1,000 years. Go ahead.
But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
So you see that death have no power over those that come in that first resurrection. But you come out in the second resurrection, you might be subject to death. You might be subject to death. Go ahead.
And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about. And the beloved city and fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
Now, I want you to pay attention to what we read earlier, that judgment was given to who? The first people that came out in the first resurrection, right?
Yes.
Because just like how we saw that with the sister's question earlier, that he sets up, what? Judges, officers, right?
Chief
right? So they're going to be standing before God when they come for judgment. Go ahead.
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away,
Hmm.
and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God.
So both small and great was all standing before God. Right? He said, I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. So whether it's a line, I don't know if it's a line, but they were all standing before God. that we could definitely read that they were standing before God, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the land which were in them. And they judged every man according to their works.
Right? So every man was judged what? According to his works in the second resurrection.
Yes.
Because the first resurrection, they're not being judged. But those in the second resurrection, every man is being judged according to his works. Right? And we see that everybody's standing before God. Both small and great. So that means everybody.
Small and great mean like I guess their level on earth, whatever they were, meaning tears. Like when they say small and great, mean like you was a
Everybody.
politician or you was a
Yeah, whoever, everybody that ever lived.
right.
Small and great. You have people out, yeah, like you say, like you have people who were great men,
Yeah.
people that were low, right?
Yeah.
Small and great. Doesn't matter who you are. Rich or poor,
Right. Rich
Doesn't
people,
matter, you know?
Yeah.
go ahead.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
Hmm.
And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
Right, so what I could read here is that everybody was being judged. You know, it doesn't say that it's a line. You know, that's something we see in the
It's dramatic.
move-
for
yeah,
us to
you
see
know?
that. Yeah.
you see in the movies and you wait for your turn and you go stand. I don't know how, I don't know
But
exactly
we get judged
how.
Here. We get judged here, so we think
You know?
it's like that.
Yeah,
When they
You
check
know?
you in for court and stuff.
yeah.
So,
So in here it doesn't show a line. It just said they were standing before God. You know, Jesus does give a parable that, you know, they'll be on his left hand and then those on his right hand. Let's go read that. You know?
It just seems like there would be a line because everybody's coming up out. It seems like everybody's coming out together. The sea gave up the dead, the grave gave up the dead. So it's like it doesn't seem like individually, but so I can see why they would depict it as a line since everyone comes out together.
So let's go read the line part because Jesus does say,
Right.
you know,
Right.
he did give us a little something here, but let's go read that. Where's that? Matthew 25.
Verse 1.
1 second. And just keep in mind, this is a parable. Matthew 25. I just want to see where to start from. Start from 31.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations.
So everybody's going to be gathered before him. You see the gathering? This is, and just keep in mind, this is a parable. We did see in Revelation that everybody that was dead is going to be gathered together, small and great. Right? Go ahead.
And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats.
Right? So now he's separating between the two. So does he have to judge each person individually? I don't know. We'll see. Every man has to be judged according to his works, right? We'll see. Let's go.
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand,
Mm-hmm.
but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
Mm-hmm.
Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee?
Right? And again, we got to keep in mind this is a parable. This is exactly how it's going to take place. He's giving you a story here, right, to help you understand something. Go ahead.
Or when saw we sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devils and his angels.
Right, because you don't see every person being judged here according to their works. You just see him telling the left side, all right, you get out of here.
Right.
You know? The right side, you made it.
Right.
You know?
Few stripes, many stripes.
Yeah, you know? This gives us a little insight of it, but is it how it's actually going to go down? I would go more with what Revelations was saying. That all the dead stand before God. How you know how long you're going to be standing there? You know, when there is, how do you perceive no time? I can't even fathom how to perceive no time.
How long has it been? I don't know.
It's kind of hard to like understand no time, like because we're bound by time.
And you won't even, I don't even think we'll be able to think how long has it been because there's no time. Like,
Yeah, so
we're going to be thinking, like, how long has
How
it been?
long
No.
has it been, right?
you know, is the sun and the moon going to be rising and setting?
Yeah,
Like,
where's the
because
sky?
there is no sun and the moon. Who is the light?
But then,
God is the light.
That's
This,
like-
when the spirits, when Jesus came in the scene and says, "Have you come to torment us before the time?" If the spirits aren't living in time, I guess they're here on the earth with us. So I guess they're still under time,
Yeah,
or are they outside of time?
yeah. If you're on this earth, you're bound by time. You're under time.
Yeah.
You know.
They don't die. Yeah, so they don't die. So imagine you can't die. You're under chains of darkness. Time, so I don't know. I'm just thinking perspective.
Mhm.
But I like it. Not really a question.
Right.
The righteous.
Did we finish that? Did we finish the whole thing?
I didn't know you wanted to read the whole thing.
Yeah. Let's read the whole thing.
All right. Matthew 25:42.
Mm-hmm.
For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in.
Because they being judged how? According to what? According to their works. Go ahead.
Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to me, or not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
Let me see if I can find.
They always catch you when something crazy happens. It was there. I'm telling you, it was there.
Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. Daniel gives us a little bit more on that. You can always find it in the prophets. If it's not in the law and the prophets, then there's no truth in it. Right? Daniel chapter 7. Let me see. I'm trying to see where to start from. Verse 9. Let's just go right into it.
Daniel 7 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient city, and the ancient of days did sit.
It just sounded right.
Ancient city. Good.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool,
Mm-hmm.
and his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
Right, so everybody was, we could see that this goes with what Revelation is saying more than what Matthew was saying, right, than the parable about the two lines. Because, we read the parable and we think, and then you see the movie, and then you think this is how it's going to be. But if I'm reading Daniel, it just says everybody was set before him. Whether it's a line, the Bible doesn't explicitly. Nah.
Specifically.
I don't know what's
Blame it
going
on him.
Explicitly.
I was like-
Specifically. I got it.
Sicily. Sicily.
It couldn't come out for real reason. Go ahead, finish though.
Okay. Daniel 7 verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
I beheld, then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame.
Mm-hmm.
As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time.
Yeah, because he's not gonna do it till after 1,000 years, All right. Is there any?
I have a question. Unless you're gonna continue that.
No, go ahead.
So I think it's in Revelation, but where it says, "In the kingdom there won't be any sorrow or sadness."
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you literally can't feel that emotion, or because I don't know,
No, he's like every chair. Hey, let's go to Revelation. Revelation 21.
Because if I find out like my family member or whatever is in like a fire, like I'm not gonna be like not caring about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be sad.
Let's go read what he says. Revelation 21.
Verse, or you want me to start from the
Yeah,
beginning?
start from 1.
Okay.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
No more sea. You can imagine how much more land we're going to have with no more sea. Right? The earth is what? 70% water.
Yeah.
Right? So you can imagine the amount of more land we will have for all these people that have lived all these thousands of years ago. Right? We're gonna have a lot of place, a lot of more land now. Right? Go ahead.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven, saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are past.
So the former things are what?
Pass away.
Past. It's been thousands of years now.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's been thousands of years. So you still gonna be crying for your brother that didn't want to do what he did 1,000 years later? That didn't obey God's commandments? Because it's not like you're gonna be seeing the lake of fire. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like
Like Lazarus.
hmm?
Like Lazarus.
Yeah, because again, that was a parable. You know, because he's gonna have them in what? Outer darkness.
Mm.
You know? Like, because the parable you see in Lazarus doesn't mean that, oh, we'll be able to see them burning in the lake of fire every time you walk by. You only see that when you're going to Jerusalem in Jesus' kingdom. You see the beast and the false prophet burning in that, for that 1,000 years. You know?
Mm. I guess it does say that he'll wipe the tears from their
He
eyes.
said he's gonna wipe
so-
away the tears, right? From all their eyes. How is he gonna do it? I have no idea. That's above my pay grade. How he wipes away tears from your eyes, like, cause.
It's metaphorical that we won't have that feeling.
Mhm.
Some type of-
Well, that's what I meant. Like, is that like emotion taken away from you? That's what my question.
Because there is no death, no more pain, you know, no more sorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you crying about?
Yeah, right. That's a human feeling.
Yes,
That's a fleshly feeling. Feel bad.
you
We
know.
don't have it. We'll just probably just understand.
know.
They didn't do it.
Let-
That had-
Let's try Isaiah. Maybe that might help give us a little bit more, a little bit better understanding. Isaiah.
Close the door for Noah, because Noah's gonna feel bad for everybody.
Yeah, you know.
But it's not like God doesn't feel sad.
God does feel sad.
Yeah. So it's not like it's.
It doesn't
a
say that God
human-only
doesn't
emotion.
have feelings. God have feelings.
Yeah.
You're gonna still have feelings. Your feelings don't go away. He said he's gonna wipe away your tears. Like, you know, how he's gonna do it. I could ask my teachers. You know, like maybe they might know something.
Yeah, no need for being sad.
Isaiah 25. 25. Pick it up at verse 6.
Isaiah 25 and verse 6. And in this mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the lees, of fat things, full of marrow, and wine of wines on the lees, well refined. And he would destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Mm-hmm.
He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord God will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth. For the Lord hath spoken it.
Right, so we see over here, same thing, just like what Revelation said, that he's going to wipe away the tears, because he's bringing you back into your land. Now you have everlasting life. I don't see what you're crying about.
As those who live in the happy days. Yeah, but what about those who live in torment?
Let's go look at them. let's see where crying is. Back to Revelation. Good one, sis. It's gonna be what? Not Revelation. They're gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth, right? Let's go to Matthew 8. Let's look at that one. There's a few on the weeping and gnashing. Matthew chapter 8. Because you're going to see Abraham and Isaac in the kingdom, but the children that the kingdom was for is going to be outside the kingdom weeping and gnashing of teeth. Why are you going to be in the kingdom crying when you made it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You made it into the kingdom. Why would you be crying? The people that are crying.
We're asking as fleshly people. That's why.
Well, the Lord
You know?
doesn't give us the spirit of fear. So imagine a life like fears for here.
Right.
You know, the beginning of the wisdom is fear of the Lord. So think about life where there's no sin, meaning what is the wages of sin? Death. So, well, there's still going to be sin.
Wait, what do you mean? Sin
I'm
what?
just thinking about the rest.
Mhm.
Because you're talking about how are we going to feel? Like meaning
I mean, just like in the kingdom in general.
Father's kingdom?
in the kingdom?
Yeah, the Father's kingdom. Like,
The
'cause
Father's
that's
kingdom,
Wait,
yeah.
that's what it's talking about here, right? When it says that he's gonna wipe off every tear. Yeah,
that's in the
what I mean.
Father's kingdom that all tears is wiped away. Like,
Oh, so
this
tears,
is
we
after
still-
the 1,000
we're still gonna
years.
be crying in the 1,000 years.
It's all
We're still gonna be
God's.
crying.
The crying in the 1,000 years?
You know what I'm saying? We still gonna be
Because
able to cry.
you made it to be in his kingdom for that 1,000 years.
That
And then
depends
he's
what
taking you to his Father's
Yeah,
kingdom.
I mean, depends what you are in Jesus' kingdom.
You know?
Right.
But we still going to
You
have to be
wouldn't have
teaching the
made it- you
people because
wouldn't- you
people are going
wouldn't
to
have
be
made
born
it
during
if
this
you weren't
time,
worthy
during
enough
that
to
1,000
make it
years.
anyway, so, yeah.
You know? It's not like life just stops in the 1,000 years.
Mhm.
There's still people being born. So even they're going to have to be judged themselves. You know?
Mhm.
Because death is not the last enemy that is destroyed is what?
Yeah.
Death. Matthew 8 and 10.
Matthew 8 and 10. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
And he's talking about the centurion, of course, right? Because the centurion showed a massive faith right there, right? He's like, nah, you don't have to come. Just say it.
You just made it too, right?
Yeah. Huh?
The centurion was automatic. Was it?
Did he make
He
this?
just automatically put it through, right? Am I getting it mixed up?
Yeah, I think you're getting it mixed up. The centurion was he was asking Jesus to heal his friend that was sick.
Okay.
So Jesus was saying, you know, I'll come and heal him, and he told Jesus, you don't have to come. Just say it because he's all. Matter of fact, let's go. Let's read it.
Were you talking about the guy that was on the cross with him? He said he'll be
Oh, yeah,
Like,
so he
in the
definitely
kingdom,
went through
right
it.
there.
I don't know why I thought.
Yeah, you
I
probably
mixed-
mixing up.
I mixed it
Yeah.
up.
Let's
Yeah.
pick it up from 5, where it talks about this in turn.
Verse 5 of 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of the palsy, grievously tormented.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him.
Yeah, Jesus like, I'll come and heal him, right? But he's about to show faith because he understands authority, right? This is what he's going to tell Jesus. Go ahead.
The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed.
See what see the faith he showed? That's why Jesus is going to say the next thing he says in verse 10. But let's reread it.
For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say this to this man, go, and he goeth. And to another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it.
Right? Because don't Jesus have all these angels under his authority? That's why the centurion understand. I know you a man of authority, just like I'm a man of authority. All you have to do is say the word, and it will be done. Right? And this is why Jesus marveled at this man's faith. Go ahead.
When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness.
Oh, you see where they're going to be cast out? Into outer darkness. Right? They're what?
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
So that's where the weeping and gnashing of teeth takes place. In outer darkness, in that lake of fire. Right? Just like how you saw when they came out of Egypt, the pillar of fire showed light on one side, but on the other side, it's darkness. Don't ask me how fire is dark on one side and light on one side. I don't know. But it's possible. The laws of physics don't apply to God. Right? Laws of we're bound by these laws, not God. Let's go to Matthew 13. Let's see. That was a good one, sis. Thank you so much. That was a good one. Because they're really gonna be crying. And we could pick it up. And this also is a parable, of course, right? All right, let's pick it up from 40 because this is talking about the parable of the wheat and the tares, right? Go ahead.
As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world.
Right, so he's giving you a story to help you understand what it's going to be like in the end of the world, right? Go ahead.
The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all the things that offend,
Mm-hmm.
and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Right, because you're not going to be able to shine forth when there's a whole bunch of wicked people out here. Because all they trying to do is what? Put out your light, right? Look at Brother Whitney over here getting attacked on what's that, TikTok?
Instagram.
Instagram. Just for posting a scripture. They're trying to put out that light. The only way you're going to shine forth is when he takes out the wicked. Right? Skip to Skip to verse 49.
So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just,
Mm-hmm.
and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
So that's where crying takes place, in that lake of fire. Not in the kingdom where you have everything, you know? Did that help at all? Or
So what about like tears of joy?
tears of... Yeah, we're going to have tears of joy. We will. Find it for you. Give me 1 second. When we get back into the land, he said we're going to be coming crying, weeping. With tears of what? Joy. It's not going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth, though. There's a difference between tears of joy and weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's the difference between the two. Psalms 126. That's another one, I think. They shall come. Come to Zion. We're going to do the Psalms 126 first, and then we're going to go to Jeremiah. Psalms 126 and verse... Pick it up at verse 1. Pick it up. We'll read into it. Just read the whole thing, matter of fact. It's a short chapter. It's just 6 verses.
When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
It was like a dream, right? It was like a dream when the Lord turned out captivity. We were like, is this real? Are we really free? Are we going back to our land? Right? Then what?
Then was our mouth filled with laughter,
Mm-hmm.
and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them.
The Lord have done great things for us, right? Wherewith we are what? Wherefore we're what? Yeah, just read for me.
Okay. Alright. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad.
Mm-hmm.
Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south.
Mm-hmm.
They that sow in tears shall reap in joy.
It said, they that sowed in tears shall what? Reap in joy, right? And what?
He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing.
Oh, so that weeping is going to turn into what? Joy. Right? Go ahead.
Bringing his sheaves with him.
Right? So now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50.
50 or 15?
Huh?
50 or 15?
50. Jeremiah 50. And we can pick it up at verse 1 and read down into it.
The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard, publish, and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces.
Yeah, that's what happened to them. They gods, Merodach, Bel, right? They done. Right? That's what happened to their gods. Go ahead.
Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate,
Mm-hmm.
and none shall dwell therein, or dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their God.
Oh, you see where we going? We going and weeping to seek God. But this is not gnashing of teeth. This is tears of joy. You know, sometimes you have tears of joy like, man, I can't believe God didn't kill me yet. Or, you know, like he saved my life. Those are tears of joy. Right? They shall what?
They shall ask the way to Zion, with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Give me 6.
My people have been lost, sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill.
Mm-hmm.
They have forgotten their resting place.
We have forgotten our resting place. He said, in the Psalms it says, if we forget Jerusalem, I'm butchering it. Let me go find it. If I forget Jerusalem, let me see. Psalms 137. We used to sing this song back home. By the rivers of Babylon. You know, we used to sing that. Where we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. You see? We cried when we remembered Zion. Right? The Psalms are songs, y'all. Those are songs. We used to sing them. But you can pick it up in verse 1. And we'll go down into 5.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion.
So this is not tears of joy, though. This is like, man, this is us getting carried away out of our land. Right? That's why if you forget Jerusalem, we're going to actually read it. Why am I talking? Go ahead.
We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
Mm-hmm.
For there they that carried us. Oh my gosh! For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song,
Mm-hmm.
and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, "Sing us one of the songs of Zion."
Yeah, sing us one of those Hebrew spiritual songs, right? Right? Sing it to us. How you gonna be singing? He gonna tell us. I keep jumping the gun. The book says it all. Right? Go ahead.
How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
How are we gonna do that in a strange land? You know? Go ahead.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Yeah, right? So was that good for you?
I think so. Yeah.
Think so? You need more?
Well, it's like
Because the Bible doesn't tell us exactly how God wipes away your tears. But to my understanding, why would you be crying if you're in the kingdom? If you made the kingdom, there's no need to cry. The person that's going to be crying is the one that did not make it into the kingdom.
Mhm.
You're going to be happy that you made it in. Right?
Mhm.
You know?
So happy. I tell everybody this is what you got. I'd be so gassed.
Give me a sec. I might have one more. How does that chapter go again? Let's go to Ezra. Ezra 3. Like when they were rebuilding the temple, like you can see like they had joy there, but they also like trembled too, like. Ezra chapter 3, and we could pick it up at verse. Pick it up at verse 8.
3 and 8.
Yeah, 3 and 8.
Now, in the 2nd year of their coming unto the house of God at Jerusalem, in the 2nd month, began Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and the remnant of their brethren, the priests, and the Levites, and all they that were come out of the captivity unto Jerusalem, and appointed the Levites from 20 years old and upward, to set forward the work of the house of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Then stood Jeshua with his sons and his brethren.
And you notice how Jeshua is spelled different here, right? The spelling changes under different captivities. That's all it is. You lose more and more of your language, your culture, under each captivity we went through. I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
Kadmiel and his sons, the sons of Judah, together, to set forward the workmen in the house of God, the sons of Henadad, with their sons and their brethren, the Levites. And when the builders laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord, they set the priests in their apparel with the trumpets, and the Levites, the sons of Asaph, with cymbals, to praise the Lord, after the ordinance of David king of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And they sang together by course in praising and giving thanks unto the Lord, because he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
So you see them singing because what? Because of mercy. His mercy endureth forever, right? But continue.
And all the people shouted with a great shout, when they praised the Lord, because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid.
Yeah, but look at what happens in verse 12. Everybody was singing and shouting, but not all the people, right?
But many of the priests and Levites and chief of the fathers, who were ancient men, that had seen the first house, when the foundation of this house was laid before their eyes, wept with a loud voice, and many shouted aloud for joy.
So you see, they crying, but they also shouting for joy at the same time, right? You know. So at 13, because that almost also was a little bit of confusion, because they're like, are they joyous or are they crying? Like, you know. Go ahead.
So that the people could not discern the noise of the shout, or of the shout of joy, from the noise of the weeping of the people. For the people shouted with a loud shout, and the noise was heard afar off.
Yeah, so you see, it was like almost a confusion there. They was like, are they weeping or are they really crying? Like, or are they joyous? Which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that was more towards Sister London's question. You know? Is there any other question?
Yeah, I have a question. So, Jesus' kingdom, humans and gods, right? And I was thinking, let's say like she's a god and I'm a human in
Mhm.
Jesus' kingdom. So what does that look like when I need to get judged? I'm like, what does that look like? Is everyone saying like, all right, all the best, like we're gonna get judged? Do you know? No.
Nah, I'm a little.
So if you
a
make
little
it to
confused.
Jesus' kingdom, are you automatically in the Father's kingdom? You need to get judged.
No, you're getting judged right now.
We're getting judged in the okay, yeah. Okay.
You-
You met
Who are you
we either
asking?
Die, we
Who-
either die. in
You
there-
talking about those that made the first resurrection? Like I'm a little
No,
confused.
So in the wilderness, there's going to be flesh, and there's going to be celestial beings, correct?
Yeah, but this is after Jesus returned.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
In
so.
Jesus' kingdom, sorry.
in his
So
rest.
the 3.5 years have already passed, right?
Okay.
Because we'll be in the
But
wilderness
there's
for
death-
3.5
there's death
years.
there still.
Yeah, this is during tribulation.
So if there's death there, all right. So what's the process of getting into the Father's kingdom for when you're human in Jesus' kingdom? How does that work?
He's talking about when you're in the rest. Is there
Yeah.
some type of judgment while you're in Jesus' kingdom? Like you made the cut. Now is there another thing to go and get initiated to the Father's kingdom?
What's the next level? Yeah, let's go with that.
But the
I'm a
reason
little,
why
I don't know why
the
I'm
reason
not.
why he's saying
So,
that is because right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
help me out if you can. Yeah.
Because the reason why he's saying because we getting judged right now. So if we are for the Father, we're His, the Father's.
The
So
gods.
once we're in Jesus' kingdom,
Yeah.
Jesus' rest, you already made the cut. Because you're originally for the Father.
The people who die in Jesus' kingdom, what happens to them?
Oh, let's go read it.
Because
Because it says a child is gonna die at 100, right?
No, we got
The people
everything
who die
that
in
we
Jesus'
knew out the
kingdom.
way. That was
Yeah.
your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, even they will have to be judged.
What's the transition?
You know, they will have to be judged because you see, after the 1,000 years, Satan deceives all the nations to go against Jerusalem.
All right, so they have to get judged. And does this is what I'm trying. This is why in my head we're talking like I was saying, if she's a god and I'm flesh, and we're in Jesus' kingdom, and then tomorrow is judgment. We don't even know when. Are we gonna even know when Judgment Day is gonna be? Am I gonna live to be like, oh, like, you know what I'm trying to say? No, you don't get it yet.
I get it.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
While you're in Jesus' kingdom, are you going to know when judgments are going to come for the people who are in Jesus' kingdom? Because death hasn't been killed. Death and Satan's going to be loose
it's
again.
999 year.
But yeah, it's
year
1,000
That
years.
means the next year.
So we're gonna know when
For her,
it's because
tomorrow.
his.
For me, it's the 900.
But it's the same way right now. We know, like, we don't know exact date, but we know things must come to pass in order for
Yeah.
the end of the world. Same way we know their death has to be killed, like, you know what I'm saying? And Satan's going to be loosed for a time. So we know there's going to be war. But think about what we know now, not in the land. Like, you know, not having our body.
Yeah, I can't even see it. Or the babies that's going to be born in Jesus' kingdom. What is the transition for when the Father's kingdom? There was babies born in Jesus' kingdom.
Mhm.
Because it's still going to be flesh, right?
He's handing his kingdom over to the Father. That's why the kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
It's gonna
Jesus'
be-
kingdom is not ending. He's giving the
Right,
Father.
yes,
he's
he's
saying,
handing
okay,
over- yes,
I've
he's
cleaned
handing
up
over-
everything. I've gotten rid of death.
That's
I've
fine.
gotten rid of sin.
That's cool.
Here, Father, here's the
People,
kingdom.
though.
How does he judge the people that were born in between the 1,000 years?
I don't
Is that
wanna
what you were
ask-
saying?
Yeah, I guess it's how is he judging? Like, because everyone, small or great, needs to be judged. Whoever is a human, who
Mm-hmm.
didn't make the first cut. So if there's flesh in the Father's kingdom, and you're like, let's say next year you're alive still. You're say you're a young guy,
Mm-hmm.
and the 1,000 years the next year, and you're still alive. Are you gonna like what's gonna happen?
Either you're gonna be judged according to your works because you didn't make the first resurrection.
Like let's look at. I'm just making up a time. December 31st, 999, and next year's 1,000, and you're alive. Like you go to sleep and wake up to be judged. You just like.
By your works, the law, the books. It's the
Yeah,
same.
It sounds like you're saying when is judgment?
The government doesn't
Yeah,
change.
I'm so confused right
The
now. I'm
government
like,
is the law, so they're going to be judged by the law. So whatever time you're in, whether it be Jesus' kingdom or not, you're still going to be judged by the law. So if you was
help
a
me
baby-
understand your question, Brother Chan. You're asking the people that are born like during Jesus' kingdom, right? They live maybe 800 years.
Yeah. They're
You
born
know?
in the 800th year, whatever. They're gonna live
Let's just say they born.
the
And day
900
one, and they're 800
Yeah.
years old.
Yes.
They live almost 1,000 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And the father's, you saying how will that person be judged?
the baby.
Yeah. Like, let's say a baby's born in the 700th year of
Uh-huh.
the
He-
Father of Jesus' kingdom.
He will also be judged based upon his works.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Are they
It's
gonna
same.
sleep? And
Let's go read
judgment?
because people do die in that in.
No, I get that.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Because it says a child could die at like about 100 years old, or
I guess we don't know
I think I know what you're saying, but I think he
do
did.
do you understand what he?
huh?
He's saying, like, let's say you're in the Father's kingdom and the baby, like, someone gets born in the Father's kingdom right before the Father's kingdom is about to end.
Or begin.
Or
Begin.
right, meaning the Father's kingdom is about to begin.
Yeah, right
What
there.
happens to the judgment of those people who didn't?
Who didn't even get to
What's
like?
happening to
Who
those
didn't
flesh
get to
people that's alive?
the
Right
flesh that's alive?
Yeah, the one that was
The
born.
people that are becoming born in Jesus' kingdom.
Yeah, the new babies.
The
in
judgment
Jesus'
for
kingdom.
them.
Remember, we're gonna be living
Hundreds of years.
There's no more
Mhm.
120 years and stuff like that. It's gonna be.
But that's why he's saying the same thing.
He said they'll be judged.
They will be judged. Mama is trying to ask what does that look like?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to say what are their works, or what works are they being judged by?
No, I
So
didn't-
like that baby who's born that the day before the judgment, they haven't done anything. So what are you trying to say? Like what are they being judged by?
Because there's only one judgment.
Yeah, I know that part. Yeah.
So that's the judgment. Whether their time was in Jesus' time, which is, remember, there's some people they're not going to enter into his rest.
Let's go read Isaiah
So we
65.
read
Maybe
the
that could help us.
We read the second judgment, right?
But there's no judgment.
I mean, we read the judgment when they wake them up. From when you take them from the sea, they take them out from everywhere. But what about the judgment of the people that come from the first kingdom? How they
You remember how Enoch was just translated?
it's translated.
So if that person did good, they will be
And
translated.
if that person did bad,
Like, because remember the resurrection, those that are alive, well, that's during Jesus. So that I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong there. So let's read Isaiah 65.
okay.
Let's read Isaiah 65. I'm having a hard time understanding.
Yeah, I think the last
Where-
part made sense. So if for the judgment where he's going to be waking people up from the ground and waking people up from the sea or wherever that they passed, right? And they're going to be judged. The people that were in Jesus' kingdom. I didn't see anything about that. That's all.
Oh, you didn't see the people that were alive being
I didn't
judged.
read. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, there's the same. It doesn't say
Those
anything
that-
about the people being alive being judged
In Jesus'
in Jesus'
in
kingdom.
Jesus' kingdom,
The rest.
seeing gods and seeing
Mhm.
animals. And you put your hand in a lion's mouth,
The
and things like
aspen.
that. Like, what's the pro? There was nothing. Is there anything written about them being judged?
Let's go read it. Let's see if we can find anything.
That should be just yeah.
Because
To get the question
everybody
wrong,
will be
yeah.
judged.
Yes,
It doesn't matter who you are, you will
I
be
believe
judged.
that part too. I just want to see how they get judged.
Let's go read 65. Let's see if we can
Isaiah,
find anything.
65?
65 and pick it up at Pick it up at 8.
Thus saith the Lord.
One second. Pick it up from 17, sorry.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
So they go one of your part of your answer. It says, "For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, neither shall come into mind." You're not even gonna remember that old world, right? That might even help a little bit with how he able to wipe away your tears, right? But go ahead.
But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed.
All right, so people are dying.
Yes.
See? People are living longer, but they're still dying.
Yes.
Because death is not, he has not destroyed death yet. He's not eliminated death yet. Go ahead. Because we still have the war to come, right?
Right.
That last war.
God made God.
Go ahead.
And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
And he's talking about his people, right?
The elect.
His elect, his people. The people that he has redeemed out of the earth. Go ahead.
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord.
Right, but when you go back to verse 21, it says, "And they shall build houses and inhabit them," right? "And they shall plant vineyards." No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, 20. There shall be no more thence infant of days, right? And an old man that have not fulfilled his days. For the child shall die at 100 years old, but the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed. So there's still righteous and sinners,
Yes.
right?
Especially.
There's still death. So he's saying, how is that child that's born, the righteous, being judged? Like,
No. I was just asking. I guess I don't know. I'm seeing like a I guess. Let's say there was a clock in the sky, hypothetically, right?
Mhm.
And it's showing when 1,000 years is over, and you're not dead.
Mhm.
Let's just go from there. What's happening to that person? That's a human. How about we go like that? I'm on Jesus' land, Jesus' kingdom, and let's
Mhm.
pretend like there's a clock in the sky, and then after 1,000 years, like the war like what's happening to these humans still? Like,
let's go to Revelation.
you know what I mean?
Let's go back to Revelation.
So 1,000 years is over.
I think I kind of get what you're trying to say.
The devil's loose. What's going on with the flesh? Righteous or whatever, and with the length from when the devil is out to when he's no longer, when he goes into the lake of fire, the people who are alive to see all these events.
I think I'm getting an idea of what you mean to say. But remember, the flesh will be already returned to the earth, back to dust. So it's just the spirit that is.
So then it's,
Revelation 20.
yeah, okay, guys. So the ones that die go to the ground, but I know they're going to be risen up
No,
for
the
judgment.
soul will be going up, but the flesh is back to dust. I can't remember which part of it is. It's what that I read it. The soul that the flesh shall return to the dust.
Mm-hmm.
So just a question, just to try to help figure where you're going. So we know those that made the first resurrection, right? So Jesus comes back, then those that are living that are judged well, they rise with him, right? And then take over everything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then after that, Jesus takes over, right? And then we have saints, right?
Mhm.
Like you said, celestial beings on the earth at the same time, right?
Terrestrial.
As regular humans or
Right.
terrestrial, right? So then at that point, Jesus brings peace on the earth, right?
Yes.
Because Satan is locked up,
For
Mhm.
1,000 years.
right? So at this point, there's no judgment. Like there's no
There's
judgment
nobody
of
to
the
deceive them.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's no judgment yet, right?
No.
Yeah. So then he's released, and that's the final test for those that are alive, right?
Yes.
And after the Father rains down fire on him, is that when the judgment happens?
Let's go see Revelations. Let's see who the Satan deceives. We're gonna see who Satan deceives. Revelations 20, and we'll pick it up at 7, right? No, verse 6, and then we'll go into 7. Go down.
Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
On such the second death hath no power.
So we're going to establish that only those that made the first resurrection, the second death, has no power over them, right? You understand that?
Yeah. 'Cause
So the only person that the second death could affect is whoever did not make it into the first resurrection. Right? So let's see, was Satan able to deceive anybody that made it past that? Because people are still going to be born during the 1,000 years. We're
Right.
still going to have humans here, right?
Yes.
Let's go.
But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
So God has his priests, right? His judges, all these things reigning with him for what? 1,000 years, right? And what?
And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison,
So now Satan is loosed again. What does Satan do? Next verse.
and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to this to battle. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
So that sounds like a lot of people to me,
A lot.
right? He just gathered a lot of people out of all the four corners of the earth,
Yes.
right? And what?
And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
All right. So when Satan deceives all these people, it says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire. What happens to those people that he deceived? You see the fire and brimstone. It says, and they went up on the breadth of the earth, and came and compassed the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. So whoever actually joined Satan,
Done.
you made your choice.
Right.
So you're showing, hey, I want to go to the lake of fire.
Right.
So those that didn't go with Satan, they will be judged. Because they did not make the first resurrection. So the second death could have power over them.
Yeah.
Am I?
So yeah, we're good. So we're at this part. So now let's talk about the righteous that's alive
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
It's the next. Just
But-
keep going.
but-
11.
Let's continue reading.
Yeah. I'm good with reading it still. I'm just still going with the story. Like,
Yeah.
so
But
he
I-
devoured.
But this is what I was trying to get you to understand. He just deceived Gog and Magog and all the people that
Right,
and
and
the-
they got devoured.
they got devoured.
Right.
Does that mean everybody that was there got devoured? Everybody
I'm
from
going
all?
by what's
No, I'm
read.
asking a question so you
No.
could help
Go ahead.
understand.
What are you asking?
Does that mean everybody on the earth that wasn't inside the holy city
No.
went and joined Satan?
No. The people who got devoured are people who joined Satan.
So what happens to the people that didn't join Satan?
That's what I'm asking you.
They good. They made
They
the
will
cut.
be judged.
They will
Let's
be
read it.
judged.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what's
I was
next.
going down. I was
Yeah.
following the story. Yeah.
Yeah. Verse 11.
Guys, get home safe.
All right, my bro.
All right.
Tell me, Maya said hi.
To get the rest of your question.
Let's read what happens to those.
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works.
Okay. So your question is because you don't see those that are alive were judged. Is that why you asking?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
that
Doesn't say nothing about the people that were alive.
the people that were alive.
that were righteous.
Mm-hmm.
That did not follow Satan and his army.
So let's go
That
back.
in
Let's
his
go
army.
back to Daniel.
Okay.
Let's go back to Daniel. Let's see if we could.
I see the dead.
Because we
I'm
see
not
dead,
talking about
right?
the dead. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
happens to the dead. If you're dead, you get
Mhm.
risen up. I'm talking about people that's alive.
Yeah.
There's
So
not
let's.
people that's alive that's following God. That's human, right? That's the point.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to find out what's the transition from that. I mean, obviously they get into the Father's kingdom, but
Mhm.
was it? I'll let you do your thing, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Let's try Daniel. Let's see if we see anything out of there.
Daniel at 7.
7 and 9. Yeah.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
Mm-hmm.
I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain.
So let's go back to 10 and read that again.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
So are those dead people? It doesn't say they're all dead. It doesn't say they're dead, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of. That's the people that's alive.
It doesn't say they're dead, though.
Okay. That's,
Right? Go ahead.
The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
Right? So the judgment was set and the books was open. So that I would say that would be the dead as well. The thousands of thousands and the thousands, 10,000s. Those are both dead and whoever was in that kingdom that has to be judged based according to their works. Right? But I could also, I'll ask my teachers on that for you. Write that question down
get
for
it?
me.
Do you get it better though?
I think I kind of get what you're trying
It took
to.
me a while to find the right question to ask.
I think I understand what you're trying to say.
You do
How
the timeline. I was trying to follow the people who are alive, know
Uh-huh.
this whole timeline. How are they being? What's the process with them?
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we went through Jesus' kingdom, 1,000 years. Then we went through Satan being loosed to now deceive.
Mhm.
So he deceived a lot, and they got devoured. People who did not get deceived, who are not gods. I'm trying to find out what did they go
I
through?
still go back. I would still go back to my original answer that
Which was?
they're just being judged.
That they just get judged. I mean, I'm
The books
sure-
is open. You have to be judged because you didn't. They if they would have made the first resurrection, they would have had to been born now
Of course, yeah.
or before the 1,000 years.
It was.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get that part.
So
I just
their
went to
place
some- yeah.
wasn't to make that first resurrection. That means they have to be judged.
That's cool. I made it deeper than what it was, but I just wanted to know, like.
Nah, but
just didn't
I
see- didn't see
it's an
anyone
interesting
people
question.
Living righteously, doing all these events,
Mhm.
like what's happening to them, like
So you meant like, what, did their judgment, like, was it different than the ones that were?
Because there's only one judgment.
Yeah, it's
That's
one
another question
judgment,
on top of the,
and they
another
open the
question.
book.
That's a possible
Yeah.
question on top of it too. Like, I did not get deceived. But does that mean just because you didn't join Satan, does that mean that you're righteous to get into the Father's kingdom? Maybe not.
Necessarily.
You probably still is doing breaking commandments. You just didn't, So
I think if people go walking in righteousness and doing as he said in love, there's nothing to be judged.
I mean, you can still. I guess we just see the people waking up from the dead being judged. I guess I wanted to see a verse, and the ones living through all of this righteously were judged. Like, I guess I wanted to read that. Maybe it might be selfish of me to see what happened to the living, of the people who did not do all,
So
Because
we're,
It
wait,
could be
that-
a selfish thing for me.
I thought Revelation 20 and 7 would have answered that, right? Not 20 and 7, but from 7 down to 15, like what we read. But like I said, I'll ask my teachers,
I mean, the main point is,
and I'll
they
see
like,
if
so you
maybe.
can make the first cut. I'll go by that, but I'm just thinking too deep about it. It's not that serious.
Because the only person that's why I kept on going back to Revelation to show you the only person that doesn't get judged is those that make the first resurrection.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you live in Jesus' kingdom and you didn't die, per se. Let's just say you didn't die when
Yeah, let's go
the
with that.
new
Go
the
on,
new
yeah.
Jerusalem come.
Right. Yeah.
You
let's
still
go.
would have to stand before God and get judged.
Okay. Okay.
Are you saying, is there a verse that says that?
You want me to show you a verse that says that the
That's
living?
the selfish part of me. That's what saying it's not
Yeah, I
that
don't
deep.
think-
You don't
yeah,
need
Oh.
to get.
I don't think
Because
that's
I don't
You got
see a
exactly
verse
what
that
I'm talking
says
about.
that.
You got it. Like, you're living. You're 50 years old, and then 1,000 years is over,
Like you didn't.
and you're gonna see God. You're gonna see all these things happen at 50 years old, 51. You're seeing this. You don't even die.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing is, books are being opened. The next verse, what's happening to those people that's fresh? Like, it's like, what the heck is going on in this world? Like, I'm sure they will still get judged for their
'Cause-
50 years the 50 years from being in Jesus' kingdom for 1,000 years to live. But it's just, I just want to see. It's not that, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's like has nothing to do with salvation really, of whatever to get into. Like, but I just want to see that part, that person's story. That person's story.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
interesting? I'm sorry.
I would still go with what I said, but I'll definitely
Yeah, no,
ask
it's-
just to
yeah,
see
it's
if,
cool.
because like I said, maybe one of my teachers might know
Yeah.
something that
The
I
short
didn't
answer is they
see.
get judged, and I believe
Yeah.
that. That's not even a thing. It was just in my head. We were talking. We had this high conversation. I was making a little joke, and I said, 1,000 years is over, and she's a god. I'm not a god. And then you've seen all these events happen, and it's like, well, maybe I'll see you in the Father's kingdom. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
That's it. Like, I was using us as an example.
Yeah.
Like, how does that look like for me? Am I gonna go to sleep and then I'm getting judged, or it's like, yo, my appointment to get judged is there's no time.
so you just wanted to see like the exact process
I
of
wanted to
it?
see the exact
Just like it shows the
she's-
process for the other
She's a god
ones?
already, so she's gonna be in Father's kingdom. But I just have to see all these things. I have to almost die in this war that happened.
But it's all happening at the same time. I think that's what you're probably getting confused with now.
Because everybody's getting
Everybody's
judged
getting
together.
judged at the same time.
It's one
There is no
person.
separate judgment
And
for those
Jesus'
that
kingdom is getting sent to the Father
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, Like, I could be, let's say I was alive during that time and you're alive, right? Brenda's a
How
god.
fast is this war?
Like, let's say you did good.
You
and
don't
I
see
did-
how fast he
I could be standing behind you in line, and they open the
Then how
books for
fast-
you, and you get to go. And they open the books for me, and fire and brimstone, right? It's one judgment.
This war is not gonna be like the war with our normal war. Let's go read it again. How it happens,
Okay, that's cool.
right? Verse Revelations 9 and not 9. Revelations 20 and give me 9. Let's see how quick this war ends. Matter of fact, pick it up at verse 8.
Read that verse so many times.
This war is gonna be very quick.
Okay.
It's a quick war. You know? It's not like the Saints are gonna have to go out and fight a battle, and it's gonna be they setting up bulwarks and let's read it. We'll see how quick the war ends. Go ahead.
They get to see that quick.
Yeah, because it's been 1,000 years.
It's crazy though.
That's, come on, man. That's like,
Hey,
It's
What?
1,000 years in Christ's presence, though. He's going to be here. He's going to have celestial beings get cracking heads.
and you're gonna
Like,
see
how
it,
do you
and
get
then it's like,
deceived?
then
You
you
know,
just
but
get
it
deceived.
happens.
It's like, this
Adam
is
got
so fast
deceived.
that you get deceived.
That's
and
true.
just
He was
like,
walking with him.
You just-
Adam got deceived.
It's true.
Well, not Adam. Adam didn't
Yeah.
get deceived.
Well, I know
Eve
what
got
you mean.
deceived, but
Eve
Adam
got
sinned.
well.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Not
yeah.
that he
Had
got.
to take the hit for the whole
Yeah.
year.
Because I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh,
There
like,
we go.
no, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Adam sinned.
Now you believe you're
Adam represents both of them.
Let's read verse 8, and let's see how quick that war ends.
And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them.
Yeah, that was the end of the war.
Okay, so
That was the end of the war right there.
It's over.
yes, that's quick.
That quick.
All right. So in verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, comma. All right. Gog and Magog,
'Cause-
comma, to gather them together to battle. All right, stop. So he gathered all these people. These are the people that was in the kingdom. Some of them in the kingdom.
They were not like in the king, like
Oh, okay.
because they're
Right,
in
right. So this-
outside. They're the nations.
Outside of the, yes, all right.
They have to do what? Like, let's go to
That's what we got
Zechariah
with that part.
14. Let's see.
Yeah.
Those nations gotta come to Jerusalem. I think now I understand what
Alright,
you're trying
okay.
to say.
All right.
Because you were thinking they're like
Yes, yeah. I
they're
got it.
living during the time of
They're
Jesus'
living during the
kingdom,
time of the-
but
Jesus'
are they
kingdom.
inside
They're still not
Jerusalem?
inside the king- yeah.
No, they're not in Jerusalem.
They're
Let's
still-
go to
they're still
Zechariah
operating
14.
governments.
Yes.
There we go. Isaiah what?
No, Zechariah 14.
Zechariah.
And pick it up at verse 9. Now I think I see, because you're assuming that you were thinking that they are in Jerusalem or
Right.
in God's land.
Yeah,
And that's how-
I totally
But
disregarded
the
outside
four
government
corners
still.
of the earth,
Right.
that's where they are.
That even makes things even. So they don't know Jesus. This is just. It's
You know?
Too much, bro.
Because even there,
It's like
even
put your act
even
together,
in
people just
Zechariah
listen.
14, Jesus is telling them, if y'all don't come up, that nation not gonna get no rain. You're gonna starve to death. Let's read 14 and 9.
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth.
Mm-hmm.
In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. All the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, from the tower of Hananiel unto the king's winepress.
Mm-hmm.
And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, And they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
Mm-hmm.
And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king.
Right. So every year they got to do what? Every nation got to come. Right. But let's continue reading. Let's see.
The Lord of hosts. And
So you notice those nations were not in Jerusalem.
Right,
They're
right.
coming to Jerusalem to worship. Right. Go ahead.
and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Yes.
And it shall be
Because
that
Jerusalem is a compact city, but it's not everybody not going to be living in Jerusalem. You understand? Go ahead.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
So this is during the 1,000 years. Even that nation is gonna get no rain, right? And what?
And if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that will not come up, that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Because they got to come do it. So that's why I said there's still people that's gonna be trying to break the commandments. That's why it says if a sinner died at 100, he'll be what? Accursed.
Yes.
Meaning you go into that lake of fire.
Yeah.
Because he's given us longer life, but now you have people want to still have longer life and they still want to sin.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they come into Jerusalem, they seeing God, but they still trying to rebel.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Mm-hmm.
In that day there shall be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord, and the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts. And all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and see therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts.
Right. So, did that help a little bit with the Zechariah showing you that these nations are still, like, they still have to come and serve God? Right.
Yeah.
Another place it says they're gonna say, "Come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord." Right. Just give me a second. Isaiah chapter 2. Because Jerusalem is finally going to be established. God's people, his government is finally going to be established on this earth, right? So let's pick it up at verse 1.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
See? So we're gonna be exalted above what? All these other governments out there, all these different nations. We will be exalted over them, right? And all nations are gonna flow to who? Us. Right? Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
So you see, all nations are going where to get their commands?
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. They come into Jerusalem to get the command how to worship God, how to,
Yeah.
and then after that 1,000 years, Satan deceives them, and they go against God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm following.
So back to your question, they still gonna be judged. Whoever is alive is still gonna be judged.
Got it.
You know, the only person that doesn't have to stand in judgment is those that make the first resurrection.
Yes.
If you keep that foundation, then whoever else come after that is going to be judged. No matter if they didn't die
Or not.
after the 1,000 years or not, they still got to get
Yeah,
judged.
there you go. That's
You know. Did that help at all?
it's good.
Nah, you look like you still.
No. Because I'm trying to. I don't want you to think I don't understand everything you're saying.
No, I know you understand.
Everything
You
you're
just
saying, I
want to
understand.
see it, like say it
Yeah,
verbatim,
I
like.
was transparent when I said, I guess I'm just being selfish for saying that I would like to read what happens to the ones who went up there, did the Feast of Tabernacles, did not join Satan in his, and I guess the transition of, you see the dead being judged, being
Mhm.
risen to be judged, but if you're not risen, that's it, like.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's not
And I'll like I said, I'll definitely ask because
I
I
know
definitely
they're gonna
see
get
what you're
judged.
saying, though.
just
I
don't
see what
know,
you're saying.
How they do they have a different judgment? Like yeah, they're gonna get judged, but
Mhm.
I got a question for you, Shannon. So, just your personal feeling, do you feel that a person that lived right during that time that they should be entitled to something different
No.
than? I'm just curious.
No, I don't think they should be entitled to something different because they still lived a life where they could have been doing other things besides joining Satan's army. He could have been fornicating. He could have been whatever.
But I mean,
breaking
somebody
in,
that was
missing the
righteous.
Sabbath, missing the tabernacle. They could have been. They're still gonna get judged. God's still gonna say, "Hey, listen, you may not, they're gonna get. I don't know what the questions are, but they're still gonna get judged for what happened on the earth for their works." And I was just wondering, like. I don't want to just.
Let's read the rest of that because he's gonna judge. Let's read the rest of that.
You saw everything happen. You don't go to sleep, and I just want to know what's the transition of them getting judged. Like
You're saying like, do they just get
We're gonna
teleported to
s-
the line? Like,
it's on the same.
Right here in Isaiah is going to tell you the transition of them being judged. Let's
That
read
kinda
verse
goes
4.
with-
So I'm fine with
that
them
kinda
being
goes
judged
off
all
what
to.
Tasha's saying that it's like you're making a separate judgment for them.
No, I don't want it to be a separate judgment. I just.
Like,
Okay,
should they be
maybe
entitled
No,
to?
maybe
I-
unintentionally.
I
You,
don't
you
know
want
that
you
first
want to
verse.
see
I want to say
where
I
it
want to
says
have
the
a
living
separate-
will be judged.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
That's
it.
what you
All
wanna
right,
see.
just want to see that.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's read.
It's a
Read verse 4.
selfish thing of mine. Like,
Read verse 4. You got
That was
Isaiah
it.
Isaiah
I'm
no
serious.
Isaiah 2 and 4.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
So you see him judging the nations here, right?
Yeah, I see it.
You see him judging the nations. This is people that are alive,
Yes, this is amazing. I'm serious.
right? And what?
I'm serious. Like, this is all I've been asking for. I just know how to ask the question. Like, I want to see the judge. Yes, keep going. Seriously.
Let's read the rest of that.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Mm-hmm.
See? It's amazing.
Keep going.
O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and they are soothsayers, like the Philistines.
No, that goes into something else. That's it. Right?
Yeah, man, we did it. I'm serious. I really just didn't see the people alive being judged. And it says the nations will be like.
We could go back. We could be. Let's go back to Revelation, and I'll show you the people being judged. Because he says, he that overcome, right, shall be what? He will make ruler over the nations. That's the judges.
Oh, okay. That's
You know?
that's you read that? Right?
No, we didn't read that one. It's either in he that overcometh. I don't know which part in Revelation. I gotta find it.
I think it's like 3. But
It's
there's a
in
lot
3?
but there's a lot of he that overcomes.
I know,
Those are
like
the rewards that we get.
yeah, the rewards of overcoming. Where's my other Bible? It should be in my other one. I have all that stuff highlighted. This is a new Bible.
Highlighted in,
It's all fresh. There's no writing in this one.
Yeah, mine's
Oh, that's not your highlighting Bible. That's just your reading one.
Mine is a new
I
book.
started highlighting it and then I stopped.
I know, you're
Mine is
gonna
a
know.
Yeah, mine is a new book, so I don't have anything highlighted.
And the time it's gonna take to transpose all those
Oh, no,
highlights.
it's not gonna be that. We got
Let me find it for you. It's in between 1 and 3.
yeah.
And I don't feel like skimming through the whole thing right now.
I have each of them highlighted.
You do?
Yeah.
So if you find it before I do, please let me know.
Starting from 2, to him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. So the next one, he that overcometh shall not be heard of the second death. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna.
This is
No.
that sounded good.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
There we go.
That is 2
And they shall rule them with the rod of iron, right?
Yes, that's 2 and 26.
So we see them being judged there,
That was amazing.
right?
No, I'm serious.
Revelation.
And that was Revelation what, sis?
Revelation
2 and
2
26.
2 and 26. Let's read that.
And yeah, this is
Let's read that. Thank you for finding that for me.
No problem. That was a old scan lesson. He had broke that down, and from there, like I highlighted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I always remember that.
Revelation 2 and 26. Let's read that. Going down.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
So we see this person is going to be ruling. They're going to be judge over that nation, right? And what?
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to service, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star, and he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
So here, like, and the he here that overcome applies to both women and men.
yes.
I know you see it says he, but
Yeah, we get that. Yeah.
it applies to both,
Perfect.
right? Because both a woman and a man could be a judge. You know?
Thank you for your patience.
Oh no, man! Like I was trying to understand it because I'm like, that is an interesting question. Like,
Yeah, we
where does it say the living? You know, because it does. And I tried to see if it was in Daniel, but I'm like,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
just
really
wanted to
say
find out
verbatim.
if I like knew more book to use the verbiage of overcometh, the person who overcometh in it, it would have clicked. If I
Mhm.
use the right like terms, like if I said, what about the individual who overcometh all these things and who's staying like, oh, like,
Yeah.
we would have got it quicker, but I just didn't know how to formulate that question. It came up when we were just talking about Revelations today. But it came up like, what about the people who just like was doing good? I'm looking at her, she's like, and I'm like, what's the, I know I'm gonna get judged, but how am I gonna get judged? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I just didn't understand the process, but we got it.
So you good now?
Yeah, we
All right,
could.
my bro. All praise the Most High.
Like I said, I was being selfish. I want to read it. So,
Oh, we read it. We read it.
Here a little, there.
yeah.
Might be something online.
There's a question online.
I said there might be. I don't know. I didn't check.
Oh, I didn't check either. Let me see. Nah, there's nothing online.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? I don't even know if they could have heard you, so it probably looked like I was just talking to myself up
No,
here.
you probably did.
Because we forgot the mic.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we definitely forgot the mic.
That was good though. Lesson right there.
No other questions? No other questions? Questions? You got another one?
No.
I have a
I
comment.
said you have a
When
question.
yesterday's lesson, right? I thought it was pretty. Yesterday's lesson, Brother Elijah. I thought it was pretty. Obviously brave for Daniel to know that they did those things behind his back, and he still intentionally wanted everyone to see him praying to the city. And I think, like, I'll speak for myself, knowing like there's a 30-day rule or something like that, I would still do it, but I don't know if I'll intentionally open up windows. I would say in my head, like, that looks like you're asking for, like, you know, let's say a cop says where you're going, you don't want to say you're going to, but you're still going to where you got to go to serve the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was rather to read that and say, like, whoa, like, you know how they say don't tempt, you know, the Lord, certain things, like, you're not, just because you feel like you're righteous and all these things, are you going to run into, like, a gunslinging show over here, like you think you're made out of Teflon? So for him to do that, it's not a question, 'cause I know why. But I thought that was rather, like, if there's a word stronger than brave and just more than faithful, like, that was everything in the whole pot for him to just openly do that and just want them to see. And I was just like, whoa, that's obviously, like, that's strong faith, obviously, but it's just like to still, I'm sure those other Israelites that were still doing it, and I don't want to speak for the Lord, but he may have not a problem with it because you're still praying to the east. I mean, I don't open my windows up and do it, like, I just do it in my own home. So I was thinking of myself. So I thought it was rather, like, interesting to see that he did that. He went to the lion's den, because as a kid, I didn't even tell me why he went to the lion's den. They just made the story. But to see that and nothing happened, I thought that was just a comment. That was pretty interesting.
But you do realize that law was specifically for
Just for
Daniel.
him,
Just
yeah.
for Daniel. So
Just
that
for
because there
him.
was no other way they could get him.
Yeah, but the way when Brother
You
Elijah
know?
said he purposely did that, I was like, oof. Yeah, he was
'Cause
something else. He was a bad man.
we're
like
supposed
that.
to be bold like what? Like a lion. God is not giving us no spirit of fear,
Right.
but of what? Love, peace, and a sound mind. He had a sound mind.
Right.
He probably was petting them lions in there. Who knows?
Yeah, but I just was like, wow. When he said he purposely did that, knowing that they had a meeting behind his back,
hmm
I was like, man, that's like, that's guts for real. That's interesting. Because he could have still just did it. But nah. That's it. It was a comment. That was pretty cool.
Nah, it is though. You know, not much people could be brave like that. You know, some people might go in their closet and do it for that 30 days. But he was bold as a lion. You know, and he showed that his God was more powerful than
Right.
Marduk and Bel
Right.
and Nebo, all of them. You know, because what did Nebuchadnezzar say? There's no other God like Daniel's God.
Right.
Whoever talks about that God, they're gonna be something on a dunghill. Like, you know, you're gonna make their house a dunghill or something like that. We can go read it. Where is that? Daniel what? Is that in Daniel? Daniel 6.
What verse?
I'm trying to see where to start from.
Is it 26? I make the decree.
Yeah, but I wanted to see where we could start, where they specifically made this law just for Daniel, and then we just skip into it. All right, we'll start from 1 and we'll read into it because it's in verse 4.
It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Nebuchadnezzar. I said Nebuchadnezzar, right? It was Darius. Go ahead.
That the princes might give accounts unto them,
Mm-hmm.
and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Right, so the king wanted to make him over the whole realm. Because he was like, man, there's an excellent spirit in this man. Right? Then what?
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
Yeah, so when you're doing the right thing and you're doing it, because God said when you serving your mat, you serving him as unto the Lord, right? Just like how you would serve the Lord, because they couldn't find out one thing about him. Oh, he wasn't leaving work early. They couldn't find nothing about him. No occasion. Right? Go ahead.
Then said these men, We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
That's the only thing they could have came up with.
Is God.
So that's why, to show that his God was more powerful, he was bold as a lion. And what they did, they put him in front of lions. You want to be bold as a lion? Yeah, you're in a lion's den. Right? Go ahead.
Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king, and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors, and the princes, the counselors, and the captains, have consulted together to establish a royal statute, and to make a firm decree, that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
Yeah, because they knew Daniel. They knew Daniel's custom that he went and prayed 3 times a day facing Jerusalem. So that's the only way they could get him in that custom, in that law concerning the law of his God, right? So what they told the king?
Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Yeah, because you can't change that law. Once you've written the law, you can't change it. Right? Go ahead.
Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree.
Mm-hmm.
Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime.
Just like he did before. So he wasn't going to break his routine of praying to his God because there's a decree saying don't pray to him, don't pray to your God.
Right.
He wasn't going to do that. Right? Then what?
Then these men assembled, and found Daniel praying, and making supplication before his God. Then they came near, and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?
It's like, what wasn't the king thinking? Like, why you even signed that? That nobody can pray to no God for 30 days. For what?
Is Daniel.
Because they're trying to kill Daniel.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
The king answered and said, The thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered they, and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee.
Yeah, you see, he don't care about you. He don't regard your law. Right? Go ahead.
O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day.
See, they watching him. They watching him this whole time. They know what he does. They know his patterns. They know, oh, this is what he does at this time. They know everything. Because they've been looking for an occasion against him. They probably had spies on this man. Who knows? Right? Then what?
Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him.
Right? See, the king didn't want to do that to Daniel. But when he realized what happened, he's like, oh man, they trapped me. They trapped him in a law. Right? They trapped him in a law. Let me give you something about that frame of deceit by law. Give me a second. Let's go to Psalms 94. Because this is what they did to Daniel. And pick it up at verse 20.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?
This is what they did to him. They framed mischief through a law. They made up a law knowing that the only person it was going to affect was this Hebrew boy. Not boy, but Hebrew man, because he's an old man by this time. Right? I'm still thinking when they first came out, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. In my mind, Daniel never got old. I'm telling you that right now. Right? But that's what they did. They framed deceit by law. So Daniel was just being bold as a lion. I gotta check out that lesson. Any other questions or comments? Sister Nova, do you have a question? Nova? Well, if there's no other questions, we're gonna face Jerusalem and close out. Is there anything online? Let me just make sure. No, there's nothing online.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth,
Thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
the power and the glory,
the power, and the glory
forever.
forever.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
amen.
amen.
amen.